Today we are going to talk about probably the best monk PvP build. Actually, I'm pretty sure this is the best setup to use for monks in the current meta, and you can use this build with any resonance since the build makes you useful as a support for your team. As some of you might guess, we are using the anti-dash inner sanctuary, and that is what makes this build really good. Nowadays almost all the classes use a dash skill, so our goal is to slow those classes down with our inner sanctuary and deal damage with our other skills whenever we can. Now let's start talking about the build with our skills. As always, we are using inner sanctuary with a main and essence called intervening law, which adds a dash option to the skill. Next, we have 7-sided strike, once again with a main hand essence. This is one of our damage dealing skills, and there is not much to say about this, but try to use this skill after you use flank kick, because of the essences we have. Flank kick increases the damage we deal. And next we have the star of the build, inner sanctuary. We are using 3 different essences for this skill. One of them is the helm essence that gives us the anti-dash effect. This essence reduces the movement speed of the enemies within our inner sanctuary, plus they can't use their dash skills when they remain inside of the area. On top of that, it deals a decent amount of damage for 8 seconds as well. And we are using the new chest essence to increase the range of inner sanctuary, which covers the whole line in battlegrounds. Lastly, we have an offhand essence that increases the duration of inner sanctuary, which is really useful to have. And you have to use all of these essences with inner sanctuary to make this build work. And our final skill is the flank kick. We are using 3 essences with this one as well. Legs essence adds a stun, which is pretty useful, and you can charge the skill to increase its range and damage. But I don't recommend it to use it like that because it slows you down. Just use it like a regular flank kick. Don't charge it. Well, there might be specific positions that you might want to charge, but I am sure you got my point. And the shoulders essence makes flank kick deal 450% increased damage to shielded enemies. This might not sound too good at first, but a lot of builds have some sort of shields, or most of the tank classes use mountebanks, so this essence is a good option to have, and we don't really have any other useful shoulders essence that works with this build. Lastly, we are using an offhand essence that increases our damage by 19% after we use flank kick. And of course we are using Fist of Thunder as our primary attack skill without any essences. Now let's talk about our set items. I am using 4 pieces of Gloomskite and 2 pieces of mountebank with this build, and I really like it this way, but you can try it with 6 pieces of Gloomskite to have some extra burst damage every 40 seconds. Other than that, using 2 pieces of Urge instead of mountebank can be an option as well. Now let's go over the legendary items once again. For the headpiece we are using Bell of Sorrow, which is the essence that gives us the anti-dash inner sanctuary. And for the chest we have Falcon's Dive. Inner sanctuary's range is increased by 29%. For the shoulders we have Unbound River. Flank kick deals 450% increased damage to shielded enemies. And for the pants we have Tottering Tower. Flank kick now stuns enemies and can be charged to unleash a more powerful blow. For the main hand we have Intervening Law. Shield of Zen now causes you to charge to a target location, granting you and all nearby allies a shield that absorbs damage. And for the offhand we have Spokes of the Wheel. Flank kick also temporarily increases all damage you deal by 19%. And for the additional main hand we are using this 7-sided strike essence called One-Sided Strike. 7-sided strike now attacks repeatedly in the same direction, knocking back the enemy each time. And for the additional offhand we have Respite Sigh. Inner sanctuary duration increased by 39%. I think that's all I can say about this build. Now I will add some gameplay, and don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't yet.